Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about the void or the liminal space in the spiritual awakening process. I low-key try to hide my altar, ah, but yeah. So, I've made a few videos um this year talking about how I feel like I've been on a bridge, on a timeline onto a new timeline or a new chapter in my life, but it feels very stagnant. I think I said something like that. But yeah, I basically in the liminal phase or in the void, it feels like you're on a bridge. You've left your old life, you've left the old you behind, and you're just on a bridge. You keep walking, you keep transforming, but you're not quite where you want to be yet. And it's a lot for you to learn in that phase. A lot of sitting with yourself, a lot of I don't think there's never anything bad that really happens. It's just a lot of stuck or stagnant energy. But honestly, I wouldn't even call it stagnant. I would say it's a lot of stillness that needs to happen in this phase. But I'm in a process where I feel like I'm leaving it so I can really talk about it because I'm starting to get more comfortable within it. And it's okay, it's a chat. So I'm gonna talk however I wanna, and I don't really have a set bullet points and shit like that. But yeah. So the void happens after the dark night of the soul. And the dark night of the soul, if you don't know what that is when basically your old life crashes. So like a lot of removal process happens around that point. It feels like a lot of bad things happens around that point. Um, that's really when you're like, why me? Until you figure out, oh, I'm in a transition. I'm in transition. I'm moving up to something new. But so yeah, after that, that long intense period, you have another long intense period. Honestly, it depends on the person and their life. Honestly, because I know some people's the void feels really longer. Like some people will say 5, 10 years. Yeah, that ain't it for me. I'm just gonna say that ain't it for me because I can literally feel my new life unraveling before my face, before my eyes. But yeah, so after the dark night of the soul, you're like, oh, my old life has crashed. So now I'm just here. I'm on this bridge. I'm in between the transitioning phase, and it's just like, hmm. It's so interesting because when it first started, honestly, when my dark night of soul, I feel like it was when I felt like that was over, I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, we're on to bigger and better things. Excuse me. We're on to bigger, better things, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm about to see change instantly. That is not the case. And that is not the case. And that was not the case for me. Okay. I felt like I've been in this void for like a year now, just waiting, but I'm not really waiting for anything. I'm not waiting for anything. That's what I really couldn't understand. I'm like, I feel like I'm waiting for something to come save me. There's nothing really to save me. This is why you have to sit in the stillness because you're sitting with yourself. You're getting to understand yourself more, learn more about yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, trusting in your own power. And in this phase, it's like you're being ignored by the universe, low key. this is all from my perspective. This is all from my experiences. It feels like you're being ignored by the universe, low key. Like I've prayed, I've cried, I've journaled, scripted. Like I'm always doing my gratitude and stuff like that. I'm always talking to the spirit. But it seems like, dang, it seems like nothing's working out. Why isn't anything working out? People on the outside questioning you when they don't even understand your life or know what it is that God has planned for you. They're thinking that, like, you're going through a depression. Oh, you're miserable, but that's not the case. Because when you're in this phase, you know that you're here for a reason. Although you may not understand it right away, you know that you're here for a reason. Because you feel the things that you feel for a reason. If you have this picture of this next chapter of your life that you're constantly calling in, you know you feel that for a reason because that is your higher self speaking to you. And if you're in this phase, your higher self is constantly speaking to you because that's all you really have. You can cry all you want. Sometimes you're gonna feel like you're being ignored. You can let your ego try to get in the way or your masculine energy telling you, oh, you need to do this or do that because society expects that of you. But sometimes the jobs are not gonna hire you. You're not gonna meet the right aligned friends. You're not gonna meet the right aligned partner that you envision yourself with. Like opportunities that you really want does not come in. Like that's the hard part that people don't really talk about. You just have to sit with yourself because you're like, why isn't anything working out? You can cry all day. You can't. But eventually you realize your power. You realize this is happening for a reason. There's a deeper purpose for all of this. Even though the person that constantly see in my mind seems like it's far outreach, it's not because that's really who I am. I'm just in a cocoon right now, but eventually that butterfly is gonna fly away. That butterfly is gonna be set free. That butterfly gonna fly. That butterfly is ready to fly. And that's where I'm at right now. I feel like I've cried, I've wept, I've wept, I've girl, I've really indulged in all of the feelings of this phase. And now I'm just letting things play in front of me. I can't really put too much expectations on certain things. If it's not working out, I know it's not working out. If it doesn't feel aligned, it doesn't. And I'm moving on. Um, what else? Yeah. Sometimes like when things don't work out, it's really your blessing in disguise. It's really redirection. Like a constant thing I've been doing during this void phase is chasing. Like my masculine energy really wants to jump out. Like my ego wants to find some type of fulfillment in doing. Like I was always the type to do until I got burnt out. And yeah, but even at that, I was still trying to find things to do because I didn't want people to tell me that I wasn't doing enough or I'm lazy. But they don't get the bigger picture. You don't get the bigger picture. And you can't, there's not a way you can really make people understand that if they haven't gone through that shit themselves. Like, cool, I can look crazy to you for all I care. Because at the end of the day, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. And I'm gonna just ride the ride, okay? I'm not here to explain my life to people. Like, if I tell you something and you think I'm fucking crazy, and cool, think that. But eventually, when that shit unfolds, I'm a Virgo, so I'm right. I'm always right. That's a fact, though. Like, low key, why are we always right, low key? Why do we be knowing stuff? And my name is Claire. I literally have psychic senses. You can't. People don't know me as well as they think they do. I don't really allow people to know me that well. Honestly, even like friends that I've had, I don't let people know me that well. It's not that it's embarrassing. I just trust myself more than I trust anybody. Maybe that's a maybe that's a trauma response. But yeah, in the void, it's it's a lot of discomfort, but you really have to sit with yourself. And I feel like I've been learning a lot about manifestation. I've been learning manifestation for a long time, but I feel like I've really been sitting with it and just letting things unfold in front of me, trusting in my power. And I've always practiced the law of assumption, but I'm also really deep into it right now. Knowing that I have the power to create my own life, to create changes in my life because I'm her. um, it's amazing, and one day I want to make videos talking about that as well. Law of assumption and manifestation. And one other thing, in the void, it feels like your manifestations are far out of reach, but they're not. But they're not, because I have this belief that they're gonna come falling in regardless. So they have to come, right? That's my assumption. So they have to come. And God, what am I missing? But yeah, like I said, what I really been doing in this phase was chasing opportunities and jobs and just something to, you know, give me some money, entrepreneurship. But I feel the opportunities I've tried, like I've allowed myself to test the waters and see how it feels, if it feels aligned and stuff like that. And at a certain point, I was pushing myself to make it feel aligned when it wasn't. And I was just confused. Why is this not working out? Why does it feel like this is not working out? And I really want this to work out for me. This has to be for me. But that was not the case. And now I see that. Now I see why. Because it was not in alignment for me at all. Maybe there was something I had to learn there. But now that I've learned that, I'm just like, no, that was not for me. And it's not even about the money. Like, I don't care about chasing and trying to earn. And I don't want to hustle. I don't have no hustle bone in my body. I need to be restful in my feminine energy, in my receiving mode, and doing things that I love. And that's exactly the life that I want, a life of fulfillment, a life of ease, and a life of flow. And yeah, and that's what I'm calling in. And I've low key been having a hard time. I wouldn't say a hard time. Honestly, I wouldn't say a hard time, but like with my videos and stuff, I really been trying to figure out what I really want to make my videos about. But this kind of came to me suddenly, and I was like, yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly where I'm at right now, and this is something I can chat about. But my other content and stuff, I'm still working on it. Um, working on it, working on myself. And yeah, what else? But if you're let me just make a little side note. If you're in this liminal phase right now, and maybe you may be in the beginning stages and you're quite confused, like, I've already gone through the dark night of the soul. I've already been through the hard shit. So why am I here right now? Why does it seem like there's no movement? Why does it seem like there's nothing happening? I just want to say, stay in that energy, but don't dwell in it because it's not permanent. You're there for a reason. You have to be there. You have to be there right now. And that's okay. That's okay. You're fine. You still have blessings in your life. You still have abundance in your life. There's still good things happening for you. And the things that you want, you'll still receive. That's okay. But maybe you have to sit here right now and learn more about yourself and become an even killer ass version of yourself. And that's okay. It's okay. Okay. If you feel like God, the universe is ignoring you, just remember it lives in here. Just remember it lives in here. That's who you are. That's what you are. That's what you're made of. Like, I don't know, man. Just, you're never being ignored. Honestly, you're never being ignored. There's a reason you have to sit in it. So sit in that shit. It'll figure itself out. You'll figure it out. But you don't really got much to figure out because it's gonna unravel, unfold. I'm in such a good mood. But yeah, y'all, I have my little altar back here. I kind of don't want to show it because I'm really like skeptical about stuff like that, but it's kind of showing right now. I think I'm gonna post this, then I'm gonna do some meditation and enjoy the rest of my day. I'm fasting today, so I'm fasting for the rest of the week actually. But I'm just gonna enjoy my day. I hope you guys got something from this video, and just leave me your feedback in the comments and let me know how are you doing, and if you're going through the same thing, just let's just meet in the comments. I'll meet you in the comments, okay? Thank you. Have a great day. Stay blessed.